YouTube. I hope you all are having a blessed day. It is a stellar day here on the mountain. It is in the very low 60s. The sun is bright. There's a few clouds, and it is just a beautiful, beautiful day here on the mountain. Thank you, Jesus. We are here with our next little project, and that is going to be another one of our stuffed potato chip blocks. We are going to be doing Wonky 9 patches that are going to be very wonky. I'm going to be just sewing random squares together of black and white fabrics, and it's going to be a random sized 9 patch, and we're going to put it down and we're going to put our correctly sized rulers on top of it and cut it at a little bit of an angle to give it a lot of movement. And I think it's going to be a fun one. There is no pattern for this at all, so don't look for it down in the description. We are doing this completely freehand, and it is going to be wonky, and it's going to be freeing and no rules and lots of fun. So let me turn the camera around and we will get started. I have our pieces cut out, and we're going to be starting with the dark in the outer corners on the top and bottom rows, and then the dark in the center of the second row. And these are all different sizes, and it doesn't matter. The important thing to remember is this. We are going to line up, and that's on this row, and that's all you need to worry about. All right, and we will press towards the dark. Okay, and now we're going to line this piece up down here, and that's all you need to worry about. Press towards the dark. Okay, so now these are lined up here, and we are going to sew these with the tops even. And again, we're going to press towards the dark. And now this one is going to match up on that edge. And yes, those pieces are bigger. This center piece is bigger than this piece. And that is okay, because we are doing wonky. And this one again is going to match the top edge. And we will press towards the dark and line that up. And this is slightly wider on the bottom, so I'm going to try to straighten it out by lining this edge up here. Again, press to the dark. And we're not going to match up seams. We're not going to have anything to worry about here. What we're going to do is we're going to line up the edges, and that is all that matters. No seams to match, no fussy, no nothing. And that one goes like that. Again, we're not going to worry about matching up seams. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go take it over to the iron, and we're going to give this a good press. We're going to give it some starch, and we're just going to make it nice and flat. And then what we are going to do is we are going to take our 4.5 inch square, 4.5 inch, because that's the size that we need for the small block. And we're just going to place it cattywampus, wonky like, on here, and we're going to trim this down. And you can save these for crumb piecing, but don't throw them away. They're nice and big. And if you want it to be a crazy 6 patch, you can do that. If you want it to be another cockeyed 6 patch, you can do that. You can try and make it straight like this if you like, or you can just go completely crazy. You can line up this point with this piece and this point with this piece and just trim away and have fun. That's all you're going to worry about. So long as you end up with a 4.5 inch block at the end, that is all that matters. So let me go iron this, and I can actually bring the cutting board, the small cutting board over here, and we can trim this up. Here we are. We have this starched and ironed, and it's nice and flat. And don't worry about this. Just cut it willy-nilly. You can make a nice straight cut going like this, and then going backwards along your ruler. Okay, so there's one piece cut off. And like I said, don't throw those out. We can use them. All right. So look at that. Isn't that fun? That will be the 4.5-inch block, and we're going to save these for crumb making or for anything else that floats our boat. Those are quite valuable. And I am going to go and make the 8.5-inch unfinished block just like this one, and then I'll come back and we will quickly do the rounds of potato chips around that. Okay, the second block, the larger of the two, here is not as wonky as I would have liked, although I'm not matching any of my seams, so it has that going for it. But I made my squares about 3.25 inches each, kind of. I just put the ruler down and made sure that about 3.25 inches was showing. And so this is not large enough. I would recommend to get a more wonky 9 patch that you make your pieces at least 3.5 inches wide. Okay, and that should give you a little bit more room to make it a little more wonky. They have both been pressed, and we are now going to sew together our blocks. So for the small one, as we recall, we need 1 on the top and bottom, and then we need 2 going down the side. Okay, so we'll do that over here. Nice piece of orange can go there, and then the top will get 2 pieces down here and 2 pieces up here, and then 3 down each side. And if you want to switch to make it different, there you go. So that is our small one, and as you recall, that gets 2 rounds of potato chips, and the larger one only gets 1 round of potato chips. So that one gets 2 across the top, 2 across the bottom, and then 3 down the side. So those are all the pieces that we need for that, so we can sew together 2 at a time. This is the first side that we're doing. There we go. Now you can start to see how the wonky looks. All right, and now we need 2 to go across the top here and 2 to go across the bottom. Okay, there's that, and now we're on the last side. There is that side. Now we'll do this one. There is our small one all done. Okay, I apologize. Sanjay called. So again, this is our small one all done. Okay, there we have it. Quick and easy. I'm going to go iron these and I will come back. Here is our small one, and I like the wonkiness. My thoughts on this one are that maybe use a lighter white on white, or your white blocks should be lighter in color or lighter in pattern, so they read more white. And this is the large one, and my thoughts on this one are make the pieces larger than 3.5 inch. You could do like 3.75 inch, and that way you can get a bit more wonkiness out of it, and it doesn't just look like I don't know how to piece. You can see it kind of reads straight, even though it's not. Those are the 2 blocks for this episode, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you are enjoying this series, and please do give it a try. It's so easy, it's so fast, and it's a lot of fun. So like I said, using my thoughts on this one, I would use a lighter white fabric where the pattern reads more of a white. And on the larger one, again, make your pieces at least 3 3/4 inch, and that way you can give the block a bit more of a twist. So I do want to thank you all so very much for watching, and I do want to thank you all for subscribing. If you have not, please do go down and click on that little button that's right over there, and click on that and click on the bell for all notifications so you know when I post a new video. And I do want to invite you to come on over to Coffee, to my membership clubs. If you can see right up there, there is bird number 2 that was just released the other day. We're having lots and lots and lots of fun over on Coffee. I have a shop over there, so I have lots of patterns and items for sale over there, so please do go check that out. And please do consider becoming a member over there. We're having lots and lots of fun. Also, I'd like to invite you to please join our Discord. We are building a wonderful, loving, and sharing community over there. And as always, I do invite you to go out and find a gift from God today. He does leave us gifts throughout the day, and we should look for them, and we should thank him for these wonderful gifts that he has given us. This is springtime, so there's lots of flowers, and he has just given us so many wonderful gifts. All we have to do is go out and discover them. On that note, I'm going to get out of here. I will see you right back here at 70 Acre Studio with our next little project. Thank you all so very much for watching. Please have a very blessed day, have a very blessed week, and I will see you real soon. I love you all very, very much. You mean the world to me. God bless.
Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night, John Boy.